Good morning. Nah, it's 7:37 right now. What's up? It's DNA for sure. And I got a question from one of my viewers. So it's a comment on the masculinity video, and in the video I said that my girlfriend taught me how to cry, and I'm gonna speak on this a little bit. Um, when about a month after we first start dating, well, I'm gonna give you a little bit more history on that. I have about 15 minutes. Um, I have a lot of I'm still working on it. A lot of emotional issues. I have anger problems. I'm not a violent person. I just express my anger in a very destructive way. Like I say things to people. That's a part of having anger problems with, which a lot of people don't really recognize or ignore or even know. I didn't know that was a part of me having anger issues. Just coming at people's necks with my fucking words. Just saying, whatever. That's why your mom's in a fucking wheelchair, bitch. Shit like that. Like that. You you shouldn't say stuff like that. Like, obviously, but just that and ignoring people, not talking to people for fucking months and years and shit, and um stuff that leads to my drug use and smoking cigarettes and yelling and fucking pacing back and forth and just doing destructive shit. Things that are inconducive to my personal and my mental growth and health. Um, with that, I'm not gonna lie to you. I have some uh some stuff that comes from me not perceiving the actual amount of love that I was shown as a child. Um, and with that it comes, slight symptoms of sociopathy. I'm not a sociopath. I feel remorse. I take other people's space and well being into account. I would like to think that I'm a pretty nice guy, but it's just some things that just come from me as being a child, feeling like I wasn't loved or getting enough love. Now, that may or may not have been the truth or the reality, but it doesn't matter if I received love or not because I didn't perceive it as being love or just feeling left out or just neglected. Now, with that being said, I just don't respond to certain things appropriately when it comes to emotional situations or social situations. This is a very short story. This I have 10 more minutes or so. But I was at work and this girl, she obviously was going through some shit and we were working side to side, side by side, and I'm focused on my shit. And we were talking about where we were from and all of that, and she was like, I asked her she said something about her kids. Now she has emotional problems, and everybody call her the crazy girl, which is very inappropriate, and this is why they call her this. So we were working. She set me up for this. She set me up for this. She says something about her kids. She was like, "Yeah, it's my sons were playing, and she kept saying that my sons, I don't know. I come home, and my sons, my kids are very important to me. So obviously, so how old are your kids?" And she says, "One is 7, or whatever the fuck. One's 9, one's 12, and the other one is 5." And I said, "Oh," and she says, "Well, he would be 5, but he died." And she looked at me with these like like I'm so sad. And I swear to God, I didn't feel anything. Just for the fact that, I don't know, like, I think other people would have been like, oh, I just was like, you're fucking crazy, you stupid bitch. But I didn't say that, of course. Like, to be totally honest, the first thing that I wanted to do was laugh. Because I was like, that's so fucking inappropriate and disrespectful. Like, I'm at work. I'm at work. I'm working, and I have work to do. Like, you didn't take my emotions, how I would respond to that, into account at all. So that was a very inappropriate emotional response to that. Number one, I didn't show her. I didn't say I'm sorry. I looked at her like I looked at her. I didn't do that, but I looked at her like just like with a blank face, like why are you telling me this? And I wanted to laugh. Like there was a 70% chance of me laughing. But the fact that I didn't want her to know, because I already acknowledged that I had, sociopathic tendencies. I didn't want her to know that. I don't want her to tell everybody, like, I told him my kid died and he laughed at me. Like, it was funny to me. And like, right now, is it as funny? It's about 60% as funny as I thought it was. I don't think it's funny that her baby died. I think it's funny that she felt that it was okay to tell me that when I was at work. And that was her method of fucking bonding with me or getting me to have sex with her or whatever. Because we went on this emotional roller coaster, which is a tactic. But anyway, with that being said, that was a very inappropriate emotional response to the situation. And that comes from me perceiving that I didn't have enough love growing up as a child. Now, you take that situation and you apply that to so many situations in my life where I stopped crying when I was about the last time I cried that before the first time I cried in a minute was that was not while I wasn't under the influence of any drugs or alcohol was when I can't even tell you. Maybe when I was in fifth grade or sixth grade, when my father disciplined me. That wasn't from emotions, so that might have something to do with it. But that wasn't from me feeling any emotional grief. That was from pain and anger. Um, so we could say it's safe to say emotionally when I cried with from emotions is about fifth grade. Um, Times after that was either drunk or on an antidepressant when I was feeling more emotions than I should have been feeling for whatever situation because I was having fucking mood swings. So I don't count that. That doesn't fucking count. So strike that shit. Um, okay, this is what happened. I was laying in bed talking to my girlfriend, and I can't give you the exact situation. I don't think she would appreciate me giving that out. But whatever, alright. I felt like her life was in danger. We were on the phone with each other. I felt like her health was gonna be non-existent. fuck, fuck her health. Her health, she was gonna die. This was a situation where she was gonna die, and I was just like lost. Like I felt like I don't want to say, because it's gonna sound weird if I say I was saying anyway. She gave me enough love and filled me with so many different emotions, positive emotions and love, because she sensed that. She sensed that's what my issues came from. My not perceiving enough love in my childhood. She sensed it. So she essentially love bombed me. That's a psychology term. She bombed me like a terrorist with love, but the opposite of a terrorist, obviously. And that love heals all. Like that really healed my heart. That really love can heal so many emotional problems that people have, and they just, I mean, I'm not a sociopath, but it's like You can't teach somebody to have a conscience. You can't teach somebody how to cry. You can't teach somebody how to emotionally respond to something appropriately. But she held my heart so much with love that when these situations arose later after her, I'm still very good friends with her right now. That you heal, and especially the fact that I do have some kind of personality disorder, obviously, but you know, I'm healing. I'm in that process of healing right now. Reconnecting with my family, feeling a certain amount of love, like genuine love, not just, all right, I'm gonna do this for you, you do that for me later. I'm gonna remember that nigga. Not that kind of, that's not love. She showed me real love. She really, like, gave that to me. And that's what I mean. She taught me how to cry because that was the first time that I'm going to acknowledge that I cried in my adulthood. Sober. Not on any, um, I don't know what they're called, psychiatric drugs or whatever. Any drugs to fix my brain. Like, sober, genuine feelings for another person, non-selfish, cry. How to feel compassion, how to feel empathy for another person. I feel remorse, I feel empathy. I felt that before. I know what that feels like in a genuine way. But I never sacrificed any emotion or showed any emotion in that way in the form of a cry. You know? I never, when my cousin died, the first death I ever experienced that really affected me, I cried. After that, I I think that's what it was. I think that's what it was. I think that's where it all stopped for me. My cousin died when I was in fourth grade. When my auntie, I mean, not my auntie. When my After that, I've experienced probably like nine more deaths. Four people died in one season on one side of my family, or three or four people. Three people died on one side of my family in one season, and all in one summer, all in fucking 3 months. No tears. My grandma died. No tears. At the funeral, no tears. My granddad died when I was 19. No tears. When people die for me, when people die in my life that I'm close to, I just, my mind erases everything, every memory of them except for like their voice the last time I saw them, and like, like, I don't know, cause I really don't know. That's probably an issue too that I need to get checked out. But anyway, you can't learn how to cry. You can't teach somebody empathy. She taught me how to cry in that way, even though I said you can't learn how to cry. You can only be taught how to cry. Cry therapy, man. Love therapy. And that's how my girlfriend taught me how to cry. So spread the love, show love, grow love, know love. This is how we grow. This is how we keep ourselves from killing each other and raping children. You have to teach yourself love. You have to show other people love, genuine sacrifice. Selfishness is the opposite of life and growth. You have to grow love, you have to show love, and you have to know love. DNA for sure. How my girlfriend taught me how to cry. One love, two pieces. Peace.